Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Warhammer 40,000 Codex Adeptus Astartes Deathwatch. I picked it up today at the Warhammer Fest 2018. It's out today anyway, so I thought I'd just wait and pick it up there, so give you a first look. Speaking to a few people at the event, and they said they weren't going to pick it up because of the flyer rules, in that you can't put the Primaris Space Marines in the Corvus Black Star, I think. So yeah, that has been a huge decider for people. So it just goes to show that, you know, either collecting this army or adding more models to an army can be heavily affected by just sort of one or two units rules. So that's why Games Workshop Forge World, it is very important that you spend a lot of time on your rules and get them to a decent place where people understand the decisions that you've made and the direction that you wish to go in for the army and the force. Anyway, enough about me blabbing on. Let's unwrap this and have a look. So just purchased it today, £25. It's not the biggest codex. Oh crikey, I don't have a knife with me, so I'm going to have to just see how much easier a knife actually makes things. "45 minutes later, here we go. So right, so here's the back, an in-depth examination of the Deathwatch, its specialist tactics, remarkable warriors and tumultuous history of war. Now, it's only been, what, 2 years I think it was, since they released Deathwatch, or it may have even been last year. Just looking back at videos and things, yeah, it was only sort of 2 years ago, August 2016, that the previous Deathwatch Codex came out. So yeah, it's been almost 2 years. So now you've got the 8th edition. At the end of this month, probably next weekend actually, will be the pre-order for the Harlequins Codex, and then we might have to wait until July for the Imperial Knights Codex, and then we've still got a few more months after that to wait for the Orcs. So Orcs might be one of the last codexes out, along with Space Wolves obviously as well. So here we go. You've got a showcase of Citadel miniatures, a comprehensive range of data sheets, and army-wide rules that allow you to take your collection of Deathwatch Citadel miniatures and transform them into a powerful strike force, ready to purge the Xenos threat in the Emperor's name. So this book, made in China, and it will set you back 104 pages. The release day is today, Saturday the 12th of May. Now, any YouTuber that has done an unboxing or review has been sent theirs early by Games Workshop for free, so take that as you will. I know most people just don't care where it's come from, but I like to pride myself that I work hard for a living and spend my own money on products like this, to give you an open, honest review. So let's have a look. Look at the artwork there. So you've got a nice Space Marine there. Is it a Primaris? It's hard to say that. Is that a bolt rifle? Fighting an avatar, an Eldar avatar. So there you go. Slayers of the Alien Horde. So this was printed this year, 2018. Welcome, veteran battle brother. There's your artwork from the inside cover, but with colour. That definitely looks like a Primaris with the flatter sort of power pack on his back. And here you go. Got some more Deathwatch there. And this was the older picture that came out 2 years ago. Get some Necrons, get some Tyranids. Tools of the Alien Hunter. You've got special issue ammunition. And here we go. Since the addition of Primaris Space Marines to the ranks of the Deathwatch, further tools of destruction have been added to their arsenal. Bolt rifles, plasma incinerators and howling Gatling cannons. So there you go. There's your structure of the shield and watch commander, and then you've got all your different watch companies with different kill teams. I love the fact that all different Space Marine chapters come together and create the Deathwatch. They're all united as brothers, and in the recent crusade, all the Primaris Space Marines came together anyway from different chapters. The Oathsworn Tithe, or Tithe, I think it's Tithe. There's the alien stars, so a nice map of the Segmentum Solar and the Cicatrix Maledictum. And a bit of a timeline. Tyranid Hive fleets. There's still going to be some Tyranid content on the channel, so bear with me for that. Watchmasters, librarians, chaplains, apothecaries, watch captains, watch captain Artemis, intercessors, inceptors, hellblasters, aggressors. So you've got your 4 different types of Primaris there. You've got Reavers, so that's 5. You've got your normal veterans, your Vanguard veterans, your Terminators, bikers, transports, which consists of the Rhinos, Razorbacks and drop pods. You've got Dreadnoughts, so you can have a Deathwatch Redemptor Dreadnought if you wish, or normal Dreadnought or a Venerable Dreadnought. Land Raiders and Crusaders and Redeemers and Repulsors, so you can have a Deathwatch Repulsor bombing around with Primaris in there. And then you've got the Corvus Black Star. However, don't think you can take your Primaris Space Marines in there at all. There are bigger things coming out for Forge World, I heard in the seminar today, and I'm pretty sure that one of them is the Overlord flyer that will be as big, if not bigger, than the Stormbird, and that is similar to this in that it has 2 bays, and you will be able to put Primaris Space Marines in that. Deathwatch at War, you've got the Chaplain there and the Watchmaster. You've got an old picture there from a couple of years ago, and then you've got some Primaris. So here are all your Primaris Deathwatch. And then you've got a selection of the heroes from that set a while ago. I've forgotten the name of the set, it was a couple of years ago. Again, ones from the actual sets of Deathwatch that you can make. And then you've got Artemis, who is available separately now, and a Primaris Apothecary. I think that one's like £30 for a single plastic miniature because of the upgrade sprues and things. But the Deathwatch Start Collecting set is still one of the best ways of getting Artemis and a Venerable Dreadnought and the other miniatures. Corvus Black Star, stunning model as always, and nice you can magnetise that top to have the extra boost in the shielding or the little missiles. The Long Vigil begins. I think that is the Start Collecting set, I want to say. So you get your 10 normal size Space Marines in their Deathwatch armour, slightly bigger than normal Space Marines, Artemis and a Venerable Dreadnought. So that's a nice start to your Deathwatch force, and then of course you can expand on that. What they've done here is they've fitted out an interceptor here with some Hellblaster, and some Reavers, I think there, yeah, and an aggressor. So they've put Primaris within the teams of Deathwatch. Quite cool. And yeah, they've got 3 Corvus Black Stars there. Look superb. Knights of the Long Vigil, so you've got special issue ammunition, so you can have it for all of these really cool weapons. Dragonfire Bolt, Hellfire Round, Kraken Bolt, and then a Vengeance round. Deathwatch War Gear lists, so lots of different weapons that they can take. And then black. Black, as far as you can see, completely black for this, for the data list entry. So for HQs, you've got the Watchmaster, you've got Watch Captain Artemis, a Watch Captain a watch captain in Terminator armour, and a Primaris watch captain, a librarian in Terminator armour, a Primaris librarian, a chaplain in Terminator armour, a Primaris chaplain, and that's it. So almost as many HQ choices as the Necron Codex. I will be going through each of one of these in much more detail in this Codex review, which I'll try and get out in the next 2 weeks or so. What I will be doing is going through my Deathwatch force and doing an army so far video. I don't think I'll be adding to the Deathwatch army with Primaris because I've got those for my normal Space Marine army, but I will be going through each one of those units and discussing the 8th edition rules with them, so stay tuned to the channel for that. Then after all of those HQ choices, you've got the troop choices. So you've got veterans. This can be a veteran, a watch sergeant, a black shield, a terminator, a biker, or a vanguard veteran. Intercessors, you've got an intercessor sergeant, a hellblaster, an inceptor, a reaver, or an aggressor. So you can have, you know, different ones of, of intercessors if you want, of Primaris. So they're your troop choices, your only troop choices. You either go for your Primaris or your standard Space Marines. Obviously the main differences are twofold, pretty much. On the whole, the veterans have better leadership of 8, and the intercessors have a 7, but the intercessors do have 2 wounds each, whereas the veterans, for the most part, have 1, except for the Biker and Terminators, which have 2. Then we move on to the elite section. So you've got the Primaris Apothecary, you've got the Venerable Dreadnought, a normal Dreadnought. I don't know why that's first, I would have put it anyway. And then you've got a Redemptor Dreadnought. So yes, you can take a Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought in your Deathwatch army as an elite choice. So that will definitely buff up both your anti-troop, anti-heavy armour, weaponry, which I always found Deathwatch were lacking a little bit. Then you've got Terminators and Reavers. Reavers are an elite choice in this. Aggressors and Vanguard Veterans. So you've got a nice chunky elite section here, lots of elites there. Fast attack, you've got Bikers, Inceptors, you can have up to 6 of those. You've got a nice couple of fast attack choices there with Bikers and Inceptors. Inceptors are definitely going to fill any gap you may have for kind of like, you know, deep striking with their meteoric descent. On to heavy support, so you've got your standard Hellblasters here. They do have special issue ammunition. You've got a normal Land Raider Crusader, a Land Raider Redeemer, and then you're into transport, which you've got Rhinos, Razorbacks, Drop Pods, and the Repulsor. The Repulsor can transport 10 Deathwatch Primaris infantry models. As you'd expect, it can't transport jump pack models. Then for flyers, you've got the Corvus Blackstar. Specifically, it can transport 12 Deathwatch infantry models. Each jump pack Terminator model takes space of 2 other models. It can also transport Bikers. It cannot transport Primaris models. So that's the big hookup that I think a lot of people have, in that the Deathwatch have received reinforcements in terms of Primaris, but again, there's something going on in these vehicles which means that the Primaris just simply can't fit in there, but Terminators and Bikes can. Yeah. So that's their main flyer. Again, the only option of getting Primaris into battle is to have them there, use meteoric descent, or pay the Repulsor tax, which is a bit of a shame. Armory of the Deathwatch just goes through all the ranged weaponry, which there are a lot, 3 full pages there. Their melee weapons and other war gear. Then you've got a nice little colour picture there of them facing off against, I think it's Genestealer Cult actually, and Hunters of the Alien. You've got some mission tactics, abilities, stratagems, nice selection of stratagems there, warlord traits, relics of the vigilant, librarius discipline, tactical objectives, and then the points values. And then a little picture there of them facing off against Harlequins and Eldrad. So yeah, looks like an okay codex. I mean, I need to sort of go through it and read it. Quite short on the 100-page mark, especially for, you know, the price point. But if you have been waiting for your chance to use your Deathwatch force, your Deathwatch army in 8th edition, now you can, with all of these new data sheets. Like I said, I will be going through all of the the units in this codex individually and commenting on them and their rules, and I've shown you, their models and things. I'm not sure whether I'll do that with the intercessors, but again, just leave a comment if you think I should, and if I get enough comments about that, then yeah, I'll definitely cover them too. As I always like to say, this isn't a full review, this is just a first look, my first impressions. I appreciate you guys giving me the benefit of the doubt that got access to this book the same as everybody else. I don't get it weeks early for free. I do appreciate that. If you do have any thoughts and opinions on the codex, please do put it in the comments below. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.